My name's Lisa Stannard. I'm a fashion illustrator and print designer. You can visit my website at www.lisastannard.com.
So you are not only a fashion illustrator, but also a fashion textiles designer and a fashion designer. Can you tell me a bit more about how you manage all these different aspects of your life and what you're doing at the moment and how that fits in?
Yeah, I do them all at the same time, and I think they all really complement each other. I basically developed it when I was at university, and I was creating my print designs and creating the fashion illustrations to go with them, and then they kind of just all started to work in their own right. I've always been interested in fashion illustration, and I looked a lot at 60s fashion illustration and things like that. And then I got this graphics tablet around January of my final year at university and started playing around with that, and I really built it up from there. It just really worked for me, and I was able to create this naive style that I wanted to and these little characters. So it kind of went from there and just developing that. It's really good. In Illustrator, you can layer up all the colours so it looks really translucent and flowing. I get commissioned printed textile designs and fashion illustrations, and then I sell my own printed collection too. But at the moment, I'm interning at Matthew Williamson in London with the print team, so everything's a little bit on hold just for a few months.
And you made that, is that a top or a dress you're wearing, and what's it made of?
It's a dress, and it's digitally printed onto jersey. It was from my final collection at university.
You've been doing stuff for Amelia's magazine for a while now as well. How has that helped sort of with your illustration, any kind of developments at all?
It's been really helpful to be set different briefs and to work looking at different fashion designers. I think that it really challenges you and pushes you to do things under a deadline. It's great for promotion and everything. And I love keeping in contact with all the other illustrators that you've got and things like that, because I just think it's really nice, a nice little community.
You're very much sort of a Manchester girl, and you've left everything behind up there. What are your plans? Your plans to go back there, and what would you like to do in the future?
My internship's till February here, and then I want to go back and continue my business. Just take what I've learned from this internship and do it a bit more properly. At the moment I work at home, I'd like my own office and things like that in the centre of Manchester.
Would you highly recommend internships to anybody who's considering getting into the fashion business? Do you think that's definitely the way forward?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I didn't do any whilst I was at university, and I know that you should do, and I just didn't. I would definitely recommend it, because you just get to learn how things run in a studio and on a day to day. And I've realised things that I was missing, but I've also realised that a lot of the things I was actually doing correctly. So yeah, it's really helpful.
Could you also talk a bit more about your collaboration with the American designer and how that worked?
Yeah, Whitney Port. She had a competition for people sending designs to be a Twitter background. So I sent over all my stuff, all the promo pack that I usually send out when I'm trying to find work, and she ended up picking it, and then it kind of went from there. When she was planning her spring summer range, I went and they briefed me on it, and then I did some designs for her. So yeah, it's a bit crazy how it came about, really. It's really lucky. With Supermarket Sarah, I did the pop-up shop in Selfridges. Yeah, now I'm about to do my own wall for her, just my work. My work was part of a whole pop-up shop in Selfridges before, with other designers too.
Just wanted to talk about the fact that you're obviously quite a hard worker, and what sort of advice you would give to any up-and-coming illustrators or people who want to particularly enter fashion illustration as to why it's important to sort of really commit yourself to the subject.
I think you've just got to be committed if you want to develop, and if you want things to look good, and also if you want to make a good impression to your clients. You should prepare yourself well for it at university, because I always thought at university, oh my god, this is the hardest I'll ever work, and that's not true at all. I've been working flat out since graduating, but it's really rewarding, and I think you've just got to be prepared. Some days you might think you've got nothing to do, and then you'll get hit with a load of work and you'll be up until 2 a.m, but at the end of the day you produce all this amazing work, and it's just brilliant. I think it just kind of becomes you after a while. You just learn to do it.
And in terms of sustainability, is there any sort of things that you consider as well as being a fashion designer?
In terms of sustainability, I believe in good design and the longevity in a design, rather than come and go fast fashion. If hard work has been put into something, people will buy one piece and keep it and cherish it, rather than turning things over all the time. It'd be really great if I could collaborate with some other designers that maybe wanted to print onto their like sustainable and ethical fashion line. I think that'd be really, really good.
Sure, there are some out there who would like to, so
yeah.
hopefully it'll happen.